Good day. Welcome to Dylan's Daily Show. So I've gotten countless DMs over the past couple of days of people asking me about this new California situation, this California splitting up and becoming two separate state situation. So I'm going to talk about that. So obviously, like right after the Trump election, we had the, and Texas has talked about this before. A couple of states have talked about just seceding altogether, becoming their own independent country, right? California talked about that. And at the time, I said that probably wasn't going to happen, and obviously hasn't made any progress because it's not going to happen. But now California is thinking about splitting up into two states. So we're going to have old California, if this happens, we're going to have old California, which will just be called California, and then we'll have new California, which I am convinced that the people who thought of this new California idea, while they may have thought everything out, they didn't think of a very good name. New California. Like, you could do better than that, I guarantee it. But whatever, I don't care. So they're thinking about splitting up, and the reason they're thinking about doing so essentially they want to split it up so the big major metropolitan areas stay in California, and then the rural, more conservative Republican California areas, right, with the, more Republicans in it obviously, would divide off and become its own state. And they want to leave like Orange County, things like that. They want to leave that in like normal California. They want to get away from them because they feel like, and this makes sense, that people in Orange County, people in the areas like that, they're voting for stuff. Like they control the state because all of the population is in those metropolitan areas. So whatever they support or whatever they vote for, that goes for the entire state. Even though the people in what would be now New California are voting against it, it doesn't matter because the metropolitan areas control everything. So they're saying, well, let's just divide and become our own state. Which, I mean, I think personally that California gets a bad rap. Right, there are a lot of conservatives. I have a large follower base in California. I run an Instagram page, 2_savage_4_Democrats, and I have over 240,000 followers. And I have a lot of followers in California. So California is not that liberal of a place. It gets a bad rap. Now, there are a lot of liberals, obviously, in the metropolitan areas, but I think as you start to move into, the other parts of California where it would be dividing, there are a lot of conservatives and there are a lot of Republicans. So it's good. And you know what? I actually support this. I do. I genuinely support this because if they divide, if they separate, then that splits up the electoral vote in California because it's two different states. So it would literally split up the electoral vote in California. Now, I mean, if you just look, by the way, back to my original point of there being a lot of conservatives, go look at the popular vote percentages in California for Donald Trump in the 2016 election. He got a pretty sizable percentage. Over 30%. I think it might even be 40%. I mean, he got a pretty sizable percentage. So Hillary Clinton did not carry California in terms of popular vote by that much. And obviously she won the electoral vote by a landslide because of the popular areas in California, right? But because those are the parts with the most pull in California. But if they divide, I mean, that splits up. Now, it won't split up the electoral vote that much, because we're leaving like Orange County and the populated areas in normal California, but it'll take a couple of numbers off, which would be good. So, and we'd have a whole new state, which would probably go Republican. So it's a pretty good idea. Now, ultimate question here, right? Will it happen? I don't think it's going to happen. All right. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, when you talk about like Virginia, they're talking about doing what like Virginia did, like West Virginia. And you can look at that and you can use that as an example, but that happened a long time ago, right? And I don't know if that can still happen now. I just don't think. It's like seceding from the Union. Like, sure, in the 1800s, seceding from the Union was, like, easier. But, like, now it'd be such a pain in the ass to do it. I don't think that this is going to happen. But we can dream. Right? It's wishful thinking, perhaps. We can dream. I don't think it's going to happen. But it is more likely, however, than California seceding altogether or Texas seceding altogether. It is more likely than that. But I still don't think it would happen. I don't think it would happen. I sometimes just, if we could pull California away from the Democrats, we would never lose an election. It would just be constant winning. It would be amazing, but it's not going to happen. Again, it's not. California is going to go. We've got other states moving more Democrat too, so we got to be careful down the road. As they bring in more illegal aliens and everything like that. But hopefully we can prevent that with Donald Trump. But anyway, I want to get your guys' opinion on this new California debacle down below. Let me know in the comments. Do you agree with this? Do you disagree with this? Let me know. I will catch up with you guys next time. Bye-bye.